Don't start your year by decluttering everything. It sounds strange, doesn't it? We've all been told that getting rid of things is the way to reset our space. But what if I told you that constant decluttering isn't the solution? In fact, it could be a temporary fix that only leads to more clutter down the road. The real issue isn't how much stuff we have, it's about how we manage it. You see, every time I decluttered, I thought I was solving the problem. But the truth is, I kept repeating the same cycle, accumulating more, feeling overwhelmed, then purging again. This pattern doesn't help us address the root cause. So what should we do instead? In this video, I'll share practical, sustainable solutions to help you start the year right. You'll learn how to manage your belongings more thoughtfully, make smarter shopping choices, and stop the cycle of clutter. Now let's dive into Start 2026 Right. Starting the year by decluttering your space feels like a fresh start, but it doesn't actually address the underlying issue. It's easy to think that getting rid of everything that doesn't serve you will solve the problem. But what I've learned is that decluttering is only a temporary fix. It's not going to stop the cycle of accumulating unnecessary items. Every time we declutter, we just make space for more stuff to come in, and before we know it, we're back in the same position. For years, I would declutter at the start of each year, hoping that it would bring some sort of clarity or reset. But what I've realized now is that I wasn't learning anything from this process. Each year, I was starting over, repeating the same cycle, getting overwhelmed, purging, then accumulating more. This cycle prevents us from truly understanding our buying habits and keeps us from being intentional about what we bring into our homes. Rather than continuing to declutter year after year, I've started focusing on how to minimize the accumulation of unnecessary things in the first place. It's about being more conscious of what I buy and why I buy it, which helps me maintain a cleaner space in a more sustainable way. This mindset shift has been life-changing. Now, instead of starting the year by decluttering, I start by reducing the impulse to buy things I don't need. And don't miss tomorrow's video. I'll be sharing some useful life hacks that will help you stay organized and focused without the constant cycle of decluttering. It's definitely something you'll find helpful now that we've explored how decluttering isn't the solution. Let's focus on a smarter way to keep our space organized from the start. Now we'll talk about shop smarter. It's easy to get carried away with deals or the excitement of a new purchase, but I've learned that the real solution to preventing clutter starts long before you ever get to decluttering. It's about improving how we shop and making more mindful decisions. First, I've realized that I need to always check if I truly need an item before buying it. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, but I now make it a habit to ask myself, do I really need this right now? If the answer is no, I move on. This simple question has helped me avoid unnecessary purchases and keep my space more organized. I also found that planning my shopping ahead of time makes a big difference. For example, instead of casually buying items just because they catch my eye, I now make a list of what I truly need. Whether it's clothes, household items, or food, having a clear plan helps me stay focused and avoid buying things I don't actually need. Another important lesson has been learning to control my emotions when I shop. I used to buy things simply because they were on sale or because I felt a sudden desire for something new. Now, I take a moment to pause and think, am I buying this because I genuinely want or need it, or is it just a temporary feeling? This small shift in mindset has prevented me from accumulating things that don't serve me long term. I no longer let the allure of a shiny new object trick me into buying it. I take time to evaluate how useful an item will be in my life and whether it aligns with my current needs. This conscious approach has made a huge difference in reducing clutter and keeping my home organized. Taking control of our shopping starts with being mindful of what we buy. But even with the best intentions, a budget can help keep us on track. Let's move on to setting a shopping budget. The idea of constantly buying things without a clear purpose or budget was causing my space to feel overwhelming. I found that when I didn't set boundaries on my spending, it led to unplanned purchases that cluttered both my home and my finances. So I decided to take a more controlled approach to shopping by setting a monthly shopping budget. This small step has made a huge difference in how I view purchasing new items. Now I know exactly how much I can spend without going overboard. By creating a shopping budget, I've also learned the importance of sticking to it. There are times when it's tempting to buy things that aren't necessary just because they seem like good deals or because they're on sale. However, by checking my budget before making a purchase, I'm forced to evaluate whether the item is truly needed. If it doesn't fit into my budget, I wait. This helps me avoid impulse buys that I end up regretting later. Another strategy I've adopted is considering alternatives to new purchases. Rather than buying something new, I now check if I can find it secondhand or rent it. For example, I might need a special outfit for a one-time event, so instead of buying something I won't wear again, I'll look for a rental service or a thrift store. This approach allows me to save money while still having what I need without adding to my clutter. I also started using a budgeting app to track my expenses. This helps me stay accountable and easily see where I might be overspending. By sticking to a budget, we're already on the right path, but the next step is about getting creative. Next up, we're going to discuss reusing and repurposing. For years, I found myself getting caught up in the idea that in order to stay organized, I needed to get rid of everything I no longer used. But now I realize that it's not about getting rid of things. It's about finding ways to breathe new life into the items I already own. Take clothes, for example. Instead of throwing out pieces that I don't wear anymore, I started experimenting with changing their style. I've learned how to cut and alter old shirts into trendy crop tops, or even turn oversized shirts into dresses. I also started dyeing clothes that have lost their color or look worn out. With just a bit of creativity, I can transform a once-forgotten piece into something I now love to wear. This method not only saves money, but also prevents me from needing to constantly buy new clothes. Makeup is another area where I've embraced creativity. Instead of buying new products when I'm bored with my current collection, I look for new ways to use what I already have. For example, I recently realized I could use my eyeshadow as eyeliner to create a softer look. This small change made me feel like I had a whole new product without actually spending money on one. It's a simple but effective way to refresh your routine without the clutter of excess products. In my home, I started experimenting with using older items in new ways. I took old vase jars and containers and repurposed them as decorative storage. Mixing and matching old pieces of furniture with new ones also helped me create a fresh feel in my home without buying new items. It's amazing how a little creativity can make even the most ordinary items feel exciting again. Even accessories can be given a new life. I began using old necklaces and bracelets to create unique pieces that fit my current style. Sometimes all it takes is a little imagination to make something old feel new again. When we start reimagining the items we already own, it becomes easier to fall in love with them again. Let's now explore Love What You Have. We are so focused on acquiring the next thing, whether it's a new outfit, a gadget, or decor, that we overlook the value of what we already have. I used to feel the need to replace things constantly, believing that new items would make my space feel fresh and my life more organized. But now I've learned to appreciate the value of the items I already own. Instead of shopping for new things, I've started to spend time revisiting my belongings and understanding their true worth in my life. The first step for me was evaluating my possessions. I realized that many of the things I thought I didn't need anymore still had a lot of potential. Some clothes I hadn't worn in months could be mixed and matched with new pieces in my wardrobe, creating fresh outfits. Similarly, old furniture that I had considered replacing could be restyled with a new coat of paint or rearranged to suit my current needs. By taking time to appreciate these items, I was able to stop myself from rushing out to buy new things I didn't really need. One way I started to embrace my old belongings was by reusing and restyling them. For example, I began experimenting with clothes I hadn't worn in a while, mixing them in new ways to create different looks. It was like having a new wardrobe without spending a penny. This helped me shift my mindset from constantly seeking newness to finding satisfaction and creativity in what I already had. Comfort has also been a big part of my journey. I took a closer look at items I used regularly, whether it was a favorite sweater, a pair of shoes, or kitchen tools, and noticed how much they added to my daily comfort and convenience. Rather than replacing them because they weren't perfect, I began to cherish them for their practicality and the comfort they brought to my life. Ultimately, the key has been to develop the habit of reusing what I already have. I no longer feel the urge to replace things immediately. Instead, I've learned to find ways to continue using them, whether it's by making small improvements or simply giving them another chance in my daily routine. This approach has not only helped me avoid clutter, but also made me feel more content with what I already have. Loving what you have means getting creative with how you use it. Whether it's clothes or accessories, there are countless ways to make your belongings feel new without buying anything new. Now let's move to creative ways to use. One of the things I did was explore new ways to wear the clothes I already own. For example, I experimented with wearing my shirts backwards to create a new neckline, or turned an oversized shirt into a dress. Suddenly, my wardrobe felt exciting again, and I didn't need to buy anything new. Makeup is another area where I've embraced creativity. Instead of buying more products when I'm bored with my collection, I've started using items in multiple ways. For instance, I discovered that my eyeshadow can double as eyeliner, and a highlighter can work as a subtle eyeshadow. This small shift not only makes my routine more fun, but it also reduces the need for excess makeup. Another way I've avoided clutter is by mixing and matching my old clothes with new pieces to create fresh outfits. I've stopped thinking that I need to buy something new every time I want a new look. By blending old and new items, I've been able to create unique outfits that feel like me without adding more to my closet. I've also started reusing accessories in new ways, like turning a bracelet into a hair accessory. This creative approach has given me a whole new perspective on my possessions and helped me stay organized while still feeling stylish. Next, we'll discuss avoiding clutter with a simple yet effective method, the one-in, one-out rule. The idea is straightforward. Whenever I purchase a new item, I make sure to give away or discard an old item that no longer serves me. This method has been incredibly helpful in keeping my space tidy without the need for constant decluttering. I was skeptical about how well this would work. But as I started applying it, I noticed a significant shift in my approach to both shopping and managing my belongings. Instead of mindlessly accumulating items that would eventually become clutter, I became more intentional about my purchases. For instance, when I bought a new coat, I made sure to part with an older one that I hadn't worn in years. This kept my closet from getting overcrowded while allowing me to maintain a collection of items I genuinely use and love. The beauty of this rule is that it also helps limit unnecessary accumulation. By making sure that for every new item something old leaves my home, I've learned to evaluate what I truly need before making a purchase. It has encouraged me to think twice before buying, ensuring that I only acquire things that truly add value to my life. This practice not only helps me maintain a more organized living space, but also creates a sense of peace and comfort in my home. Knowing that I'm not constantly surrounded by items I don't need has allowed me to feel more relaxed and clear-headed. Now that we've discussed ways to avoid clutter, Let's take it a step further by focusing on investing in fewer but better quality items. Now let's talk about investing in quality. When I started to rethink my shopping habits, I focused on purchasing items that were durable and versatile. For example, instead of buying several cheap jackets each season, I decided to invest in one high-quality, well-made coat that I could wear year after year. This not only helped me save money in the long run, but also reduced the need to constantly declutter and replace items that wore out quickly. Planning for the long term has also been a game changer. When I buy something now, I think about its lasting value. I ask myself, will this still be useful to me in a few years? If the answer is yes, I feel much more confident in my purchase. Whether it's clothing, furniture, or kitchen tools, choosing quality means I can rely on these items for longer, saving both money and space in the process. Investing in durable quality items has made my home feel more organized and intentional. I no longer feel the need to buy things I don't truly need, and my space feels more relaxed and uncluttered. Next up, manage your belongings in a way that keeps your home organized without constantly needing to purge. I started organizing my items more effectively. For example, I used wall shelves to store books, small decor, and other items, which helped free up valuable floor space. This not only made my home feel more spacious, but also allowed me to keep items within reach without them piling up on counters or tables. I also started using boxes and baskets to store things out of sight, ensuring that everything had its place, making it easier to access without cluttering my space. Keeping my living space comfortable and functional is a priority for me. An organized home creates a calm environment where I can relax and focus rather than feel overwhelmed by disorganized clutter. When I began spending time carefully reevaluating the way I stored things, I realized that there's no need to get rid of things I still use. It's about making my belongings fit into my space more efficiently, so everything is tidy without needing to throw things out. The goal is to make your home a peaceful place by managing your things with intention. Through small organizational tweaks like using hooks for bags, installing shelves for extra storage, or keeping everyday items in drawers or containers, I've been able to create a space that feels welcoming without constantly needing to declutter. Finally, let's look at repairing and maintaining. By prioritizing proper maintenance, I can keep my possessions in good condition for much longer, which reduces the need for frequent replacements and ultimately prevents clutter from building up in my home. I started paying more attention to how I store my clothes, shoes, and household items. For instance, I ensure that my seasonal clothes are folded or hung in a way that preserves their shape and fabric. Proper storage can make a huge difference in how long things last. I also keep my shoes in their original boxes or on a shoe rack, ensuring that they remain in good shape and don't get scuffed or misshapen. Instead of throwing out items that are damaged or no longer working, I've made it a habit to repair them when possible. For example, I had a pair of boots with a worn-out sole, and rather than buying new ones, I simply took them to a shoe repair shop. A small investment in repairs can extend the life of an item for years, and I feel less wasteful in the process. Regular maintenance has become an essential part of my routine. Whether it's washing clothes at the right temperature or ensuring that my furniture is dusted and cleaned properly, these simple steps prevent items from deteriorating too quickly. Taking the time to maintain what I already have means I don't have to worry about constantly replacing things and can enjoy a more organized, clutter-free home. Tackling clutter doesn't have to mean getting rid of everything at the start of the year. It's about being mindful of what we buy, how we manage our space, and how we maintain what we already own. By shifting our focus to these thoughtful practices, we can create a home that feels calm and organized without constantly purging items. As we enter 2026, I'll be here with you offering simple yet effective strategies to keep your home clutter-free. Don't worry, I've got your back and you'll find everything you need here to start this year off right. I also have a video coming up with some simple practical life hacks that will help you stay organized and save time. Definitely don't miss it. It's packed with tips that can make a big difference in your day-to-day life. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Share these useful tips with your friends and family so we can all make 2026 a year of thoughtful living and less clutter.